playing a very late night stream. Hopefully, you guys are able to hop by and check it out. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let's see, I'm live right now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see, I'm live right now. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I guess I need to figure out how to do the Carl bot and the other bot. Because it didn't, whatchamacallit, work all that well, but that's my fault. Alright, that's my strategy this time is to wait for Ayu to appear, since she should be the only other actor I care about. Should have been following the coastline and avoiding the mainland. Pretty passive me, but hey, not bothering with the NPCs happen to work out. And hey, fans, we challenge. Thing is, once we do, what can we do once Ayu and I find each other? I'll slay her with my lightning fast reflexes. This is wishful thinking. Best bet is to find her before she finds me. Keep her from noticing me until I eliminate her somehow. But she's always been one with sharp reflexes. But I'm also more mature and wiser now. I've seen enemies much smarter and more agile as I experience more enemies. If I could go ahead against Shiba-Inus and win, I can go against Ayu. Oh dog. But I'm so out of practice. I argue on and on with myself. The strength and stability of my mind that came with being a regular contestant have been all but left me. I have been coaxed into a calm state. Present day, day 5. I think this is it right here. So days have passed without progress. What if Ayu was already waiting for me to come to her? I wonder if there's a time limit for re-challenges. We could both agree not to end the arena and spend eternity doing separate things. That way I could buy several books in a year, if given enough time. But I would rather speed up the process. There are other things that have to be done. I need to return to Max and Quayle. I guess I should make a real effort. Time to venture further inland. With that decision, I head into the palm forest. Sometime later. Bright summer bakes on my fur. The sparse palms not offering much in terms of shade. It's much hotter. Only now I realized that the water by the beach kept the area cool. I think about the beach house, and I was one of my favorite safe houses out of the arena I've been through. Perhaps it was the fact that I finally trusted another dog at the time that made the beach house a good memory. I just got motivated with each sequence RNA. I don't know how to pronounce them. There are times where I think back and ask myself, what could I change if I do? What could I ask myself? There are times I think back and ask myself, what would I change if I could get a chance to? I never answer myself the same way. One day I think maybe I have done that. Other days, in another mindset, I think I would have been. Would that my actions be perfectly justified? There's no resounding consensus. What I do know is that I feel ashamed and guilt about my past in the arenas. But because the results I got from my behavior are converted by others, it was easy to trick myself at thinking that everything was but necessary sacrifice. From the corner of my eye, I glimpsed a blur of movement. Is that Ayu? Can't be. This can't be good. I wasn't prepared. I think I need to buy me some time. I went back onto the beach. Maybe this was a bad idea, with the rocks and the sand. As I slowed down, Ayu is catching up with me. I felt myself sideways to avoid her lunge. I quickly turned to face her, so I'm not caught off guard again from the side. Our eyes meet. It pains me to hold her gaze. Ayu doesn't make another move, nor does she speak. Now wasting a moment of peace, I back away several steps all the time, beating all the time, beatily watching her. I'm tempted to say something snarky, but considering the circumstance, I don't think she would appreciate that. If anything, she does to say the first snarky comment to me. So, hello? It sounds so bad. Look, I'm not going to fight you. Ayu sits down, her posture is open and relaxed. That must be a catch, though, right? You just want to talk. What do you want to talk about? Just wanted to say, you're a horrible dog. You challenge me just to say that? But you're right, it is true. Can't even pretend to understand for one moment. Dogs don't always do something with high and mighty reasons, Sid. I bet that you can't name a reason for every single thing you've done. Everything you do. I also consider myself a main scheme of things. I don't think that's what she wanted to hear, though. No, you're right about that. And at least you can admit that. Listen, I know we were really young when the whole thing happened. But when I got the I am that would be able to challenge you one-on-one, I really wanted in. You wanna know why? The tone is gruff, and I can get a feeling she's not quite getting to the point yet. I want to prove that you changed since then? Well, yes and no. I have forgotten about what happened during the arenas. Yes, that much I can tell. So, is revenge is what you want? Huh, when you put it like that. But I want to say that. I just want to understand, even though I'm not sure if that's possible. What is it that you want to understand? I haven't made peace with the arenas, and it's not about you in particular. I was hoping that coming into your arena once again after my ranking had been finalized could, I guess, shed some light looking at it retroactively. I realized that even though I went through the emotions of the arena, and even didn't end up doing it too badly, I still felt so lost. I don't know what any of this means to me. These arenas were last time I remember felt something for me. Felt something. Oh God, dang it. The arena was the last time I remember feeling something for myself. It's not because of you. It's mostly that I was still young and my saying in the world was so certain, so optimistic. When they mentioned re-challenge, I wonder if somehow I could find that feeling again. An optimistic feeling. I have no idea how to respond, but I gotta be smooth. Not to mention it's pretty jarring. We wouldn't have spoken in years yet she's pulling her eye all of a sudden. What have you found so far? I'll be back in the arenas. So far, nothing. You see, my plan was to come to terms with what happened between us, but that couldn't happen till you and I meet again. No? Yeah, that makes sense. This is so awkward. Like, did you want to talk more about it? Are you suggesting that we talk more about it? Yeah, if you want to. To be honest, I haven't thought about that. My plan was these guys who attacked us in the beginning. 2 dogs. I forced slimes into me from behind, winding me. The attacker and I fall into the water. I reel under the pain, my side throbbing. I feel paws scuffling and grabbing me, and something around my neck, my mind barely pieced together the fact that it's the same dog that dived on top of me. I struggle and kick, the water twisting my torso. There's a splash, and another dog dives in. Dog dives into the water from above. The one that misses me by some distance though, since it failed to knock into me with a dive, like the first dog did. It was a pair of dogs that had ambushed me in the arena and pass. Ayu, did she? I know his okay. Fish sticks, the NPCs, that means expecting the attack and the dog trying to wrap its paws around me, I twist away. Still underwater, I grab onto his shoulder and pull him towards me. I remember where his pen is okay from the past arenas. With another paw, I punched it squarely where the pennant is. Without another paw pulling, I wouldn't have the strength to break the pennant with the swipe underwater. I learned that in arena after that one. The pennant doesn't break. You need applying the experience I learned from Arnez, I still haven't had the physical strength to eliminate him underwater. In my search to eliminate this dog, I fully prepared for the second dog. She closed on me while I prepared with her teammates, and she latches onto me from behind, feeling my torso from my pennant. Good move, but you're gonna die. IU lands in front of me, with white balls partially obscuring my vision. No, this isn't good. IU has made a good move. Now I'm totally outnumbered. With a powerful paddle, she charged towards me. As much as I continue my aggressive retaliation, I should get myself out of here before it's too late. Once I'm on land, I have a better chance against them. I twist my torso and kick, putting distance between me and both opponents, so they shield me from IU. IU knocks into one of them as I see them melting air bubbles erupting from their mouths and nose. With that, I make my escape. With that distraction, I was able to put some distance between me and the competing dogs. Keeping pawing my way to the surface, I paddle as quickly as I can towards the shore. I got to make it alive. Once I shore, I didn't bother shaking myself dry. Licky wheel. Yeah, sticky situation in the water. My claws tear to the sand. I push my legs to the limit as I dash towards what I was to be base of the remaining arena competitors. The second duo, IU and I call them the Akita Inus. Entering the sparse palm forest, I can't afford to slow down. Twisting and turning my way around palm trunks, I almost slip several times with my velocity. I must be close now. I slow down to a trot. I try to conceal myself so I won't be caught off. Going up to two Akitas catch me first. And get. There they are. So either IU and the others, or both should be on my tracks. The typical part comes with not knowing where IU is now. I need to time this precisely, or I'll be the one in trouble. I scoop up a rock from the ground and weigh it in my paw. I throw it right to the right one. Let's see. Like clockwork, they're guaranteed to hear it and think it is a dog. They will know exactly where the rock hit, that's going to go patrolling. Almost as a program to behave that way. Throwing rocks will be a distraction. I snap out of my daydream. I really played pretty much Tomb Diggers games. Instead of Tomb Raider, I guess. Too much Tomb Digger games. Saying, time to think. That's how it worked in real life. Though since RNRs are emulate reality, does this mean they're video games in a sense? Oh. Shit. They video games in a sense, kind of like VR missions from Metal Gear Solid. That was also simulated, almost like a video game in a sense. So I have to sit, thoughts, focus. I got to distract them, but not with a rock. With a very loud distraction, I went a very few brief moments to see that the cookies have sprung up and look around in their general direction. I quickly move towards beach before they can get close enough to the spot. Hopefully I run into IU and the other dogs at any time now. I listen carefully as I walk. I am definitely being trailed, though I'm not sure if they have visual on me. The ground I covered so quick while spinning seems to be so vast at a walk. I would have run, but being quiet is a priority. The two kids are provoked. I could not outrun them. Hurry, IU, take my bait. There. IU's in distance, looking at the ground. Following my footsteps, huh? Perhaps. Ah, hold on. It's like a little timeout. Let's see. Just wondering. Am I telling her a story about ancestors having a keen sense of smell? It would be toast to talk. Oh my god, dang it. Why every time I stream, I'm just like yawning, my eyes get all. Oh my god, it sucks so much. So much yawning, way too much yawning. Key sense of smell. It'll be toast to telling you how to come along and cause a de-evolution. Anyway, it's time to cause another distraction. But this time the accused have seen me, but they're trailing me discreetly, perhaps deciding to observe me first. Maybe I should just look fun to them yet. Maybe I just don't look fun to them yet. Yeah, this should get them going. I stop and look up and down slowly as if looking for something. And I look back and make eye contact for the first time. I yelp and flatten my body. The switch is instant, like a bell ring, like a ball being tossed. Which is funny idiom for our ancestor instincts. Like a ball being tossed, the two me into hunting mode, growling and taking off towards me. I dash towards and yelping, feigning hysteria. In a clear view, I now throw myself at her. The two kids have closed into us now as I wrestle and pin Ayu on her back. Ayu squirms and twists, but I now have the upper paw. The two then instantly figuring out her planet location, I run off, leaving her to two opponents. Oh wow. Ayu jelly? Use of R95. Wow. Was there a way to lose that? I don't know if the developer was here or not. Maybe he or she might know. Light shines onto my closed eyelids. Despite the brightness, I don't feel like opening my eyes. It's just so hurry. I don't have the strength to open them. I left Ayu to the dogs again. Prod. Leave me alone. Physical sensation slowly returns to as my brain is lazy connecting my limbs back to my nervous systems. Poke poke. The poke, which increasing intensity speed up the process a bit unpleasantly. Lying on my right side, I almost wish I hadn't woken up because I am drenched in a chilling sweat. Sid, I know you're awakened. I know you're awake. Gah. Feel a firm shake on my shoulder. Okay, I'm waking up. Ayu looms over me. First thing I notice is her ragged and exhausted appearance. I want to make a quip, but I probably look the same, if not worse. Hey, my voice is croaked, but I'm unable to muster anything louder. Phew, just checking that you're alive. I'm not so cold-hearted to leave you in the streets. You know what? You deserve to win. I should have known that you could pull the bait and switch strategy again with his Akitas. I don't have the energy to respond, but she looks at me intensely. She knows I'm listening. I was watching you from the rocks. You changed somewhat. I wasn't expecting you just to run. Sid, I knew it was ruthless to the core. I would have never have done that. So there might be hope for you after all. She gives me one more poke on the shoulder, more like a kick than anything else. By the way, she turns and raises a paw in farewell. I forgive you. With that, she makes her exit. I knew I shouldn't have wandered off looking for a shortcut. Whatever the tap clan is, I hope that doesn't cause me any much more trouble. Whatever the tap clan is, I hope they don't cause me any more trouble. if I use one of their bosses, she has no one calls me, they should leave me alone. I watch her head out of the alley, her footsteps heavy, her shadows stretched with the light, and then she's gone. I lie there, my eyes not really focusing on anything. I feel left for dead. I whisper, but no one to respond. It's been a while before I finally was able to gather the strength to stagger upright. The world teeters. Alright, Sid, time to go home. The next day. Oh wow, new background finally. Looks like some type of, I don't know, college campus or government building or museum or something like that. Man, I bet you can make like some type of little, what's that? Little compilation of every time I yawn in a video. I generally open the door and leads to a building. Obsidian Rock Industries is what we were looking for. Quayle and I cut through the huge grounds. It seemed lovely and maintained, but I get a feeling that I made dogs use the space for enjoyment. There's no checking for visitors at the gate, or with the security on the grounds. The building looms over us as we approach. It's an older style building, much more like a retro tea shop and restaurant that Max took me to. Red bricks give the building a distinct look, with arches lining the balcony. We pass under the entrance arch. Wow, if your brother owns a space here, he must really have pulled some strings, eh? Probably. Although we don't know, the clue could be in someone else's office. Oh boy. This is like really rich. This looks like. Gosh darn it, man. These yawns. This is so annoying. Not fun. They make my streams annoying. To a tall wooden door blocked our way, which I pull on. Two tall wooden doors block our way, which I pull on. This is like something at a mansion, museum type of thing. They swing open. I guess the grounds are technically open to the public, but I doubt any dog would dare step inside. The atmosphere is intimidating to say the least. Hello, esteemed dogs. Oh, hi. There's a wooden booth with only a window opening that we could see through. It reminded us that we box office standing. A dog peers out. My apologies for the interruption, but it was my duty to check the authorization of dogs that come through here. Right. Don't worry, I got this. Quayle trots up to the window, pulling out her pendant. I believe you will find this sufficient. She shows it to the dog, and he nods. Thank you, and welcome. The areas are ahead and to the left. Please enjoy your stay. Thanks. We head to the elevator. I don't know if I should bother asking Kula if she uses her rights often. There's no point in being upset about it. Like I told Max yesterday, I shouldn't be imposing my beliefs onto others. Do you ever feel bad when you use your rank like that, or what do you think about rank's rights? Interesting. It took me 8.48 seconds. I've also noticed, like, anytime she makes a decision, she says it takes like, it takes like X amount of seconds. Hey, Q, yeah? What do you think about rank rights? Let me guess. You got some opinion on what I just did right now? Yeah, read me like an open book. Sometimes I wonder what rank rights means to me. I usually end up feeling regrettable, even if the results are what I wanted. Well, sometimes you just have to use them. I do take into account what outcomes I'm aiming for. What if you could have entered the building another way? You didn't even try anything else? If what you're trying to get is that I went straight to using my rank rights, you're wrong. My consideration is that Say we manage to sneak in, the possibility of getting caught later on is high. In case one of us might have to resort to using rank rights to escape. So if there's a high chance of having use the rank rights down the line, it saves us a lot of time using it at the beginning. In other words, going from the 90 percentile that we have to use rank rights right to 1% isn't a large jump. So you might as well use it and save all the additional inconvenience of being caught in the first place. Alright, that makes sense. You don't seem fully convinced. Look, I don't prefer using rank rights before anything else, but I do think carefully about it. And it's not for every situation. Not for every situation. Many dogs say that and end up being a slippery shot, all of a sudden getting some low ranked dogs who run your errands because it'd be just right situation. I see your point, but you're thinking too much. Sounds like you're really trying to demonstrate some moral high ground here, like you're trying to make me feel guilty. I know it's typical that I'm against using rank rights, seeing as I work so hard to get my own rank. But I just really wanted not to answer to any dog, or not to actively bend other dogs to my will. And if that's your choice to make, which I respect. Why do I feel like I have conversation? Why do I feel like this conversation with many dogs? You talk about this to Max 2A. I guess that's obvious. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so accusatory or anything. I'll stop now. That would be nice. Her voice is curt. This time I heard it like that. I gulp. I have to contain myself. It's been a decade's worth of pent-up thoughts, but it's not fair to make quietly and listen to me rant on and on. We step out of the elevator. Obsidian rock. What will I find, I wonder? There's a simple door and a nondescript sign that says Obsidian rock. I wiggle the doorknob, it's locked. Well, did he leave you any secret key? Like some parting gift? I don't think so. Guess it wouldn't be that easy. But if it's his space, I could get away with breaking in. Now, Miss Featherbearer, I'm sure you don't have any options. I could use my rank right on the dog downstairs to get keys. She's being passive aggressive. No, we don't have to do that. I'll claim my brother shares his property with me. If there's any trouble, we do involve the dog claim. He'll blame because of. If there's trouble involved with the dog claim, he'll be blamed because he's lower rank. I think with Ivan, he'll be the one in trouble. Getting another dog to take the blame could give you a way out of it. You're trying not to use other dogs now, but with rank rights or other methods. Yeah, I could tell. Sorry, it came out harsh. Well, to me, your brother is just another dog, and he seemed perfectly happy to be illegally trespassing on his property. He's the one that led us here. He must have wanted me to get in by any means necessary. I mean, without getting other dogs involved. Finally, doesn't argue any further, just shrugs. Look, I know you suggest getting a key from the dog downstairs, only to keep me out of trouble. So thank you. Best to let her comment about using her rank right slide. Might have to hit a nerve earlier. She was just trying to help, and I kept accusing her. Maybe I'll just smash the door in. I'll do it. I'm larger. That'll be no issue. No, it's okay. I'll use the feather. You only do risk it on my account. Bear the feather has the right to alter reality. And if reality is that, the door is unlocked. So it would be. Twist the doorknob and turn smoothly. Push the door open, holding for a quiet leg to enter. Well, that makes things more convenient. Could you do anything like anything with the feather? Well, I'm not sure. Simple things, I'm sure I could change all sorts of reality. Let's say for huge events, I need to plan out all components. For example, if I want the world we're in, I will have to plan out exactly how. My food shortage, a fire, I would define maybe something else. But maybe something happened to the fire department pipe infrastructure. How do I break everything down to the smallest components? But I could make it work. Wow. You don't seem. You see why I don't like using dough. It's way too much responsibility. Yet you choose to use unsimple solutions such as me shouldering the door. Would have given you way. Would have given way immediately. So, does not like it. You have to get your paws dirty. Using your feather for something small is the least I can do. Ah, boy. I need to remember to sit down and set up those two bots, Carlbot and the Yadbot. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I need to sit down. There's probably some tutorials on YouTube. Sit down. There's a hallway further along with the doors lining it. We check them one by one, but they are all empty. We proceed along the hallways. It leads to a large open room. Oh boy, it's really fucking white, this room. Center of the room sits a single desk. This must be it. I hope so. You think your brother would just leave something like this? It looks especially easy. My arm and sense are tingling. But we did get this far. It's not going to stop me. My trip to the desk, unfortunately, so I opened the doors. Ah, there's a thick leather-bound book tied close with a piece of twine. I took on the twine to unravel it. The book burst open. Here, take a look. I flipped to the first page. It's a journal. That doesn't look like a journal, man. That looks like a freaking Bible or something right there. I imagine there are many words. In theory, I might like to visit them. However, my biggest desire is merely to avoid complicated things. Drama, maintenance, and status. It's so troublesome to me. This is Chu-Wen. Chu-Wen. Is it okay to leave your thoughts sitting here on the open? Would be fair, a random dog would have very hard pressed to even try to break into this place, putting himself reeks of high ranking. They only mean as a serious question. Oops. Maybe you're rubbing off on me, said. Say any other clues we have here? Quickly check the other drawers in the desk. Empty. I check on these just to see if there's anything here components. Doesn't seem to. I knock on the desk and it slides, trying to listen to a hollow sound, so there doesn't seem to be anything odd. A short while later. I guess the journal was the only thing to find at Obsidian Rock Industries. I'll take a look at it while I'm home and see if I can figure out what clues Chen-Wen left. Sounds good. Keep me posted. I will. Thanks for the help, quietly. And we leave the building. I tie the book shut and clutch it tightly. I never thought my brother would be the type to keep a journal, actually. I guess there are parts of each other we don't know. Were you too close? Yes. I could him to be a dog, most like me. That turned out to be eerily true when I learned I would face him in the final arena bracket. We had a great time playing as puppies. And I think that was the time I saw him the most. After that, we had to live apart from each other. We didn't speak regularly, but I did see him during breaks between a arena bracket or two. You know how after you leave a dog, it's like your life goes on separate branches. You know how often after you leave a dog, it always felt like that. No matter how far our branches grew, it would eventually come back and meet. You'll see if your branches meet again after you figure out that journal. Though I'm wondering, would you say that It's the furthest your branches have ever been apart. You literally left the island, and it's been so many years. Yes, I've known of long known that we would be our separate ways, but I never thought that it would be such separate ways. There were some days I doubted my decision. I wondered if I took from the island divided our branches irredeemably. But still have to hope that I will come together again, like I said. Anyway, I'll go and read through this. So, do you want to join me? Say sign. Say, do you want to join me? Like, not to read the journal. I feel like my brother would want me to do it alone. But just to keep me coming? Sure, why not? Let's roll then. This environment isn't very comfortable. The next day, I stayed up late reading the journal. I read it roughly 1/3 of it, but so far nothing stands out as a clue. Max left breakfast for me once again. After devouring the egg crepe, I sit in the armchair and pick up the journal again. Sometime later. I'm hungry. It's still a while till Max gets home from work. I probably go get something. What's nearby? I may have seen a fried sweet potato stall near here. Oh, I should get IU jelly. It's not weird that IU happens to be the name of the dog and also the name of my favorite drink. Humming a tune, I check out my pendant and turn on Max's alarm system while stepping out the door. I double check the door is locked and take the elevator down. A short walk later, in the end, I got both IU drink and sweet potato fries. On the way back, I can't help but reach into a paper bag for a sweet potato fry. Alright, I should use stick. My palm is unclean. I take the thin bamboo skewers and stick it into the fry. The hot steam comes from the hole. I just poke into a thick, freshly fried potato. Delicately, I bring the stick to my mouth. Ow! What? Where am I? Where is this? Shula? Hello. Why are you? Doug takes out her pendant, and I feel like mine yanking at my jacket as it dawned on me like a magnet to the other pendants. Another battle. She's much more deserving of a child than me. What costs that I built up over the years have been shattered by this encounter. No matter what I do, I will not be able to get as her. This is what other dogs felt like when they were against me in the arenas. By pure luck, I prevail against her. Do I want luck? I used to feel out of control of my fate. Now I understand it's just a roll or die. What is the use of trying? The end result was good. I feel like there are many dogs that are much more deserving. They're so skilled. What did they do wrong? I grin as I strap myself down. Arna by Arna, I'm close to fulfilling my destiny. Arna by Arna, I'm close to fulfilling my destiny. Destiny is destiny. I'm gonna hold the power of all reality, and dogs will bow down before me. No one will dare stand in the way of my freedom. I worked so hard since last Arna, and I've come on top, and so we have the dogs in this bracket. Finally, dogs worth going head to head with me. Familiar sensation of consciousness fading, yet still being aware and sentient, like emerging from sleep, waking into a world that is real, yet completely parallel to the real life, an imminent reality in which our arenas are set. I'm buzzing with anticipation. I'm ready to eliminate these dogs. In this arena, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter that all of us were top dogs in our past bracket. Here, only one of us could be the winner, and the rest lose. There's going to be more challenging opponents I've ever met. What if they out with me? No, stop. HTV said, Sid, you're a little nervous. This is natural. I'm sure everyone is fired up. Man, another one. Let's see, R21 on day 1. world comes into focus again. I can feel it. Acceleration when the arenas begin. All done in the world so quiet. No time to enjoy it. Time to get my bearings. This one is set in a modern building. I actually recognize the building from real life. It's a bit different, of course. Usually bustling with dogs and the shopping center downstairs. Now it's deserted. Crisscross elevators connect to floors, still operating. Trouble detective visible. What? Perform Hyper Arts. Soul Gaming 19 that forms Hyper Follow. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much. The trouble data is visible from several floors above if you take them. I had to be desperate to use these. So I'll hop on the escalator if I have to escape from a tight situation. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. There are 20 of us, so I wonder how we spawned. From what I can tell, I'm on one of the lower floors. Or at least if it's true, a real building layout. Assuming we have evenly street, we would mean there's only one dog on every 5 floors or so. There are 5 floors that could each have a dog de facto's territory. Since 5 floors are pretty vast for one dog to guard, it would be difficult for an opponent to slip inside the territory. On the other part, it would be risky to attack someone else's territory early on because it would only leave my own territory vulnerable. So I tried the inconvenience of going solo. Contrary to early arenas, it isn't common to group up immediately. We got them this far, these dogs could take care of themselves. But I prefer this. Never rely on anybody if you want to be able to alter reality. This is what I tell myself. No need to trust anyone, but it's great if dogs trust me. The strategy has worked out. Worked out for me thus far. Walk around my floor. Store fronts are lined up along the side, with mannequins and glass showcases. The interior seems true to real life. Let's see. It's been 48 minutes. The storefronts I see are far and have clothes racked up neatly. Alright, that's the interiors set up to the life. The storefronts I see have clothes racked up on them neatly. It is an important observation. Some items seem to be more set like pieces, faster and emptier. I entered the store and stalk through the aisles. Nothing there would be good. Hiding places like trees in the wild, good for breaking up line of sight. Continue to explore, feeling more familiar with the floor layout, but I'm also getting impatient to scout out what the others are doing. It is risky since I can't defend my own base while I'm gone, but because it has often worked out for me. I might as well go for it. And this one rule of the reality, and I'm going to beat it. One have been wise to use escalators like I had noted earlier. That's begging for attention. If I remember correctly, there's fire escape somewhere around here. Locating the closest staircase, I'm beginning to ascend. Take a courtesy look at the 2 floors above me, but they are deserted. On the floor above me, I tread more carefully, taking a look around every corner before venturing out. If I refer to the floor I land at, it's ground floor, and my theory is correct. Each dog has 5 floors. I should run into someone soon. And of course, I'm still assuming the arena does things systematically, which occurs as the experience is reasonable. I had one more flight of stairs, making this 4th floor from my spawn point. At this point, the storefront gives away to office spaces. I knew that some floors I rented out to companies as office space, and hey, look, this little it was all Macs and everything. There were little paw pads on them. Instead of an apple, it's a paw pad. it's no stat paw pads on the back seats. I'm guessing, was that some type of speaker or something like that? I don't know. That little brown thing. Maybe it's a, I don't know, like some type of cover for the like a mini iPad or something like that. Type of thing. I don't know. I'm just guessing here because that's what I do, man. I see something, I'm gonna guess at it. Out of space and luxury stores and restaurants in the highest floors, but in the real world, I only been to shopping floors, so I don't know the respect of these upper floors. One there's food and luxury restaurant floors. No, what if? Stop yawning. It could tire me out if I climb up to that many floors. If that happens, I need to conserve energy so I don't have a disadvantage. Surely there are regular elevators past this point. Yes. Only a freight elevator on the shopping floors. I prefer to avoid them since they move too slowly. However, they might be no choice but take either. Oh my god. Other type of elevators to access their higher floors, so if I don't want to be tired out and climbing the stairs. Since the elevators are in closed space, I really do need to be extra careful since they would be easily rigged with traps. Now I think about it, I should rig the elevator before anyone else gets to them. I spot movement in the corner of my eye and another section on the floor. I don't think I can go down offensive yet. I might as well let's get a good visual on this dog. Oh my god. I head in the direction I saw the movements. Past the floor, seeing glass dividers that open into a office cafeteria. Where did it go? There's no sign of anyone else in this cafeteria, so I move along. Another open area that forms in a ring corridor. There it is again. Now I can clearly see the dog. She's gray. Not a very common color, but that makes her all the more memorable. Another female dog. Spotting me, she moves quickly down the ringed corridor and vanishes through the door. Should I go for it? I'll weigh my options. It's quite early on in the hour, and so the chance that she hasn't made much preparation to spot me is I'm very familiar with her surroundings. Unless she happens to have worked here prior, which is unlikely. Work, if applicable, only starts after a dog has completed the R&Rs. So each dog can allocate to work it suits their value. As well as the safeties. Oh man. I had one soda today. I had that for dinner. Back at 8 o'clock. And, in shape right now. I barely do react on the fly. I head to the door as she came into. It's another cafeteria. In the image of the area I just left. She must have gone into the offices. I walk through this seating area, but suddenly a vending machine topples down and blocking my path behind me. Ha! Climb over it, but the dog doesn't know exactly where I am. Oh my god, every like 5 seconds I'm fucking yawning. This is making the stream way too long. Trying not to think about it, I proceed into the offices. It's quiet and seemingly empty. I flex my body below the height of the desk. Where could she be? All of a sudden, a counter topples onto me. How is this happening? I make a beeline for the gap between the two tables. Good thing I wasn't squished, but I want to say hidden and leaving the area. The sound from the furniture traptree is the only thing she avoids being caught off guard. The further I go, the more apparently that the desks have been rearranged. Have I been following the direction without even noticing? I go up involuntarily, putting a lump in my throat. So I begin the R&R, our arenas. How can she manage to set up so quickly? One wrong move and I'll be eliminated. Another bang and I jump. God, forget finding that dog. I'm getting out of here. There should be a fire escape nearby, assuming it's connected to the one on the shopping floors. I scan the walls until I spy the door in question. Heading straight for it, I press the door. They open it. It doesn't budge. No. I press again and again, desperately. Every click swinging in my ears like my heartbeat. Oh my. Really reckless of you, aren't you? Really reckless, aren't you? Dog appears from behind one of the office desks. Such a shame to be eliminated so quickly. I don't answer. Backing away, putting distance between us. Honestly, I'm surprised someone would fall for this so quickly. She slowly looks me up and down. I don't have enough to observe her in the same detail, instead trying to scan the room for openings, while only watching her for sudden movements in my peripheral view. I get you. You're a proud dog, aren't you? I turn my full attention to her. She's smiling smugly. I try to keep my expression neutral, but she seems to have caught the brief flash of irritation. I explained to her abysmal performance thus far. I've been performing perfectly well, and you're just trying to distract me. I could just run away, you know? I'm bluffing. We both know it. From the way she cornered me by blocking the fire escape, she had exactly predicted my actions. She's probably already set up something behind me to further trap me. I might be slightly larger than her, but at this stage in our physical strength barely gives me competitive advantage. But in desperate situation, maybe? I run forward, ramming into her, a few side steps so I don't impact her head on, and this is enough to throw her off balance. However, she uses the split second to impact to feel out my torso. I know exactly what she's looking for. God, in a moment like this, she's gathering information. You don't have to hide. You don't have it hidden. You don't have it hidden there. I make a wild dash towards another door that's probably leads back to the side of the office complex I came from. Hopefully it opens and I frankly look behind me as I run out. The other dog hasn't moved to pursue me. Goodbye, my little puppy. He waits cheerfully, but again, with her two eyes, she's watching me beadily. She let me go on purpose. All the bravado snapped out of me. I escaped back to my floor, tail tucked between my legs the whole time. Island Gear 21. 211. On day 12, day 3. On 12, day 3. A couple of days I just snoop around getting catalog of other dogs. I take the freight elevator several times without incident, and some items around the access points to my floor so I can observe if anyone has observed as trespass. For example, I drag out a fluffy rug set in front of the elevator door so I would notice it if there was any paw prints indents in it. In front of the fire escapes, for in total I spread a thin layer of powder as I produced by sinking into the office floors and grabbing some food replacement powder from the kitchen. Also arranged some simple traps and film into storefronts like the dog above me had. However, since most of my props are clothing racks instead of something sturdy and heavy like an office desk, obvious vulnerabilities in my funnels. Despite the preparation, my floor remains very quiet. I always present on the lowest floors. To get here, dogs will have to get past the absolute brutal trapper above me. If anyone else in a better position to eliminate me, it would have been her. Thankfully, she seemed to prefer to lure dogs in, which reminds me. Some time ago, I stepped out of the freight elevator to a floor that's above the trapper's level. Trapper is a code name I've taken to call dog above me. Alright, Coast clear. The scanner was all around me, including the ceilings, before venturing out. Saying, hear yapping coming from a distance, and I cautiously moved along the wall towards the sound. As I neared the circular corridor, looking at the escalator, I could tell that the sound was coming from a floor or two below me. I creep up to the railing and peer down. Oh, fish sticks. The trapper had a dog tied up very well, and its feet are bound together, and its torso is tied to a railing on that floor. She circles her prey, and I hear the smug, playful tone she used with me the other day. She moves closer to the trapped dog, and lower her voice. I can't make out what she's saying, but the conversation seemed quite one-sided. On some moment, she starts prying around the victim's torso and seems to find what she was looking for. A tied-up dog seems completely out of it. However, instead of smashing the pain immediately, Trapper chats away for a bit longer. Not listening in response from the victim, the trapper smugly and finally takes a swipe at the dog. Oh, that's one down. Trapper watches the dog dissolve before sauntering away. Let's see, it's day 4 now. Anyhow, today I'm going to try kind of higher up floor. I'm afraid elevator doesn't go past the 14th floor, so I can either take a custom elevator from the 10th floor, or a separate freight elevators from the 12th floor, compared to a typical R&O set area. Oh my god. To the typical R&O set in the open, this level design complicates traveling since there are bottlenecks at each of the floor's access points. Perfect for dogs that operate like Trapper. Anyways, I want to get a better idea of the store state of competition. So far, I've seen a large black Shiba in a luxury restaurant floor. Dog only by Trapper had occupied the floor above the Trapper for my guess. Arrived at the next series of floors. The amenities, basically luxury hotel rooms, some trap wires near there, but lucky I parked on time and avoided them. These wires are pretty thick. No wonder I didn't fall for them. But before I go any deeper inside, I need a plan of escape route. I circle the perimeter. I find a fire escape stairwell and triple check that it opens and closes properly. Can't take any chance of that narrow escape from the Trapper. My mind is aroused and head back to the elevator area. Alright, I hope this works out. I pretend to be caught and let out dog on this floor. Purposely pull on one of the trap wires, but instead of a trap, it's a strong jolt of electricity. What the? I let out a volley yelp. While not a lethal shock, it's quite enough to numb me. Sheesh. Now I see why these wires are thick. I limp away and hunker down behind the power plant to recover. Surprisingly, no dog came. So once the feeling returns to my limbs, I emerge from the cover. I pick a branch off the potted plant and use it to prod along the remaining lines. I was hoping to get attention of whoever it is. It might be busy, or perhaps it doesn't want us to wires to have been tripped. I might just want inside hotel rooms, but there's more of these traps. Too dangerous. Seeing it being the trappers mercy keeps me playing, sapping all my courage to go any further. I went from being so confident to such a wimp. Just then, someone steps out of the elevator. Follow my instincts and run. Down the corridor and to the left is a fire escape. Before I could round the corner, it calls out for me. I can't catch you there, so listen for a second. That voice, it's her. I glance back. She's just standing there in front of the elevator. She doesn't sound like a trap. I pause, but only to turn partly towards her, my body language making it clear that I tend to bolt if she makes any sudden movements. You see, I have a proposition for you. I'm interested in making these floors part of my trapper floors. Even she's using the word trapper. What is it for me? My voice barely a squeak. No, said, get it together. You can't show her any weakness. See, I'm interested in partnering up with someone. Though maybe partnering up is the wrong word. I need a helper that I can be comfortable around. And of course, in return, you'll be getting much higher rank, and you really deserve. Right. I know certainly I would have challenged her on some assumptions. I should tell her like I can get whatever I want without her. She wants someone she can be comfortable around. She means someone she can elevate at any time. Never in my life has anyone talked to me like this, talked down to me like this before. But I can only if I can't justify getting offended. Even someone as prideful as me cannot deny the truth of what she's implying. She even has the decency to say it in an indirect way. She really could eliminate me at any time. I have to agree so I can survive for a bit longer. I'll do it, but you're gonna look at this. I hope you change your mind. I hope you change your mind, but I'll do it. Just to be honest here, maybe this partnership will only be temporary. I hope you change your mind, but I'll do it. She nods in response. Alternating at least shivers. You challenge her clear. Alright. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be hard work together. Hard work to work together if you're standing from that far away. But I understand why you keep your distance. So see here. She reaches into her shirt and pulls out her pendant. Slowly and delicately puts it back in her shirt and makes the exact location clear. Don't worry, I don't need to see yours. Not right away anyway. So you want to come here and discuss a way to make these floors ours? Shakily I nod. Wow, this is kind of interesting. We head down the fire escape to the trapper space, the office floors. And her actual name is Jula. I just think it's her. I still think of her as Trapper though. I'm glum, having to agree with the deal to completely undermine my own ability and independence. I would have. This is what IU felt, being in partnership with the other dog has the upper hand. Trapper lays out her plan. I pitch some suggestions some of which she agrees with and includes in the final strategy. She also tells me to get a grip because if I perform poorly, she'll limit me on the spot. I don't doubt she'll make good on that threat. Sometime later, we split up to our respective floors to gather supplies from our offensive plan. We need rope, wire, and hooks. I also whip up some clothes into wide strips, which I can wrap around my legs. All of that set, we head up by the elevator in the trapper by fire escape. Once I hide, you trip the wires. Got it? I nod and wait until she vanishes into one of the hotel rooms. Here goes. I prod the tripwire though. This time my legs wrapped in layers of cloth insulated against the electrical shock. This time is to put my acting to the test. Clear unwrapped cloth and hide them in black paint nearby, then continue to gap. I fall to the ground, pretending to be in pain. Yes, she fell for it. She, huh? That was fast. I wonder if she didn't appear. She didn't appear last time. Now I think about it, the trapper wasn't worried at all about asking to me to collaborate on enemy territory. Maybe the trapper knew she wasn't here. I approached slowly at first, and then convinced that I'm heart pounces. Leap to the side, she missed, and I dashed down the corridor. Down the corridor and to the left. I fling myself into the room where the trapper is hiding, committing to getting close to the door. Knowing that the trap triggers are, I trip over them, but the dog is rushing in naturally isn't as fortunate. As I touched the trigger, she spun up, upside down. Trying to escape, the dog starts swinging back and forth desperately. Trapper and I didn't really plan beyond capturing the dog, but I guess I'll limit her while she's tied up. But as I pat her, suddenly a wire hums and my fur raises again. Wait, what? This is in tripwire type of wire to trap at the elevator area. I freeze my paw, my memories from the wire. Trapper said only the type, but also execute once, twice. Just when I think over, the wire buzzes again and again. The dog howls until he can't. It falls limp. I can't look away. Torture is so unnecessary. I can only describe it as gruesome. And one brief shock to my father, and the first time had me numb. I can't imagine what it feels like to be shot for this long. Wow. The dog is so conscious, but her wild, lying eyes make it clear that she's in pain. And I see a dog as sadistic as a trapper in the arenas. I guess one thing is that we can't technically die here. Well, why that unfortunately is sent back. We all are now. Fushu can't afford down to torture fellow dog unless usually we just get the mission over with. Trip as the trapper emerges from inside the closet. So she was there the whole time. Why didn't she show herself until now? Hi there. The dog squirmed but doesn't seem to be able to answer. F.A. Tiger, one Irie. This is how she treats all her dogs she traps. Talk to her until they're either be eliminated and listen to her any longer. She's been executed. Of course she's not talkative. Fish sticks. Shame me, said it out loud. Yeah, you're right. Silly me. Just trying to ease the tension. Her tone. She's totally enjoying it. God, it's so twisted. Can't stand it anymore. Why are you being sadistic? Let's just eliminate her and just get it over with. Oh, Sid, such a noble dog, aren't you? Sadistic. You call me? What about yourself? What do you mean? You know what I mean. You're in these brackets. You done your fair share. She smokes lazily, her lips curling, show her canines. I never been like this. I saw you eliminate the other dog the other day, and you were taking your time, even though it was already tied up just like this. Oh, that poor dog! I was trying to find out his name. Sid. She suddenly stops smirking. You know, I was kidding. What I said the first time about prod dogs. How's that? She only changed the topic and catches me off guard. Why she said something about prod dogs the first time we met. I forgot about it. I was so focused on escaping. Kidding or not, it doesn't make any difference to me. Well, I was kidding when I asked if you were one, because I know you were raised as one. I scoffed. You know, what do you know anyways? Just because I know or two in the plains doesn't make me a prod dog. I suppose not, but maybe you would have made this over if not for that. You work your way up in that environment. There's something about it you can't shake off, even if you want to. Doesn't make a difference to me, I said. There's no need to discuss this. Let's just eliminate this dog. Alright, if you wish. You could do the honors. But we will talk again, and when we will talk about how you killed that dog in real life by killing him in R&R. I'm intrigued for so long time. God, ignore her and just focus on what's at Paul. I searched the dog for a pen and she didn't resist whatsoever. When the traffic cornered me, all I did was run. She didn't even have an option, so what's the point of resisting? Find a pen and crush it with a clean swipe. The wires once taut around the dog's weight now hang loose. I turned to the trapper. Look, I'm sure you want to learn about my past, and I don't care. But to be frank, I might not be able to answer your questions. I didn't do anything on purpose. It could have been a hard one. I functioned with the iron equipment. That gives me a gleeful smile. Even after all these years, you're still in denial. But next time, we can find out. With that, our job is done, and with me in tow, the trapper wastes no time in gathering supplies and building traps. By the end of the day, the floor is so effectively a trapper certified floor as well. Now it's day 6. Following days, we eliminate several more dogs. It's strange to have these things constantly going well again. Can't help but draw parallels between my current partnership to one between me and IU. Except now I'm the disposable one. Please endure and survive, Sid. If only I can endure and survive one more day. Endure and survive. Endure and survive. I repeat that phrase to myself. I feel like a shell of my former self. There is one rule of reality, and I am not it after all. That's not to say I'm completely giving up hope. Just had to update my expectation realistically. In the meantime, I scout things out for the trapper. And it is imperative that I tell her all my findings completely honestly, because any missing deals could jeopardize our position. She would think so, but then there are places where I found out she has no idea about. I made a mental note to certain areas and move on. It could be control rooms, storage rooms, and like that. I hope I find something that can help me turn the tables. It's not that my existence really that useful. I also come out with a decent ranking, considering my current status. Might end up in the top 10% so far. That'll give me enough standing to live with a reasonable feel. Only becoming free, like my goal was to become, but to answer to 10% of dogs on the island is the worst that could happen, right? I accept it. It's fine as I go along with the trapper. Phase. A blow to my ego. It feels like everything I've expected of myself for my whole life has been proven a lie. My values, my fight for freedom. I wanted to play the honest game to win, because winning it would bring me power. But now I realize my reality is bounded by the rules of the game. I cannot change my reality any further. Anyways, whew, this is getting quite interesting. What's evil trapper dog? Alright, stop spacing that and get back to gathering supplies, Sid. Sometime later. I'm resting in my original home base, the shopping floor. Though to describe it, resting might be too optimistic. I'm shivering, my heart pounding so quickly in my ears that if it's the only thing I can hear. Get a grip. Get a grip. Stopping the shaking, I cannot. It's getting harder and harder to calm down these days. Maybe that's what the trapper decided to teach me a lesson. Some time ago, we eliminated the dog we soon up on the outdoor observer. Now this looks like one of those buildings like in New York or China or something like that. That's very high. This is where people like do with planking or jump off, or maybe do window wipers, window and all that. Shiver from the sky or ground. Up there the trapper caught me. It was on the edge and she had tangled me. I reached my neck up to see only the top of her face peering at me. The wind in my fur from the view up here to see which I had fought tooth and claw to come to. See where I thought my dreams would come true. Dreams I thought could come true as long as I worked hard enough, as long as I outsmarted enough dogs, and as long as I betrayed and used enough dogs. She seen me unraveling. She wanted to give me an ultimatum. Because she told me that it wasn't my performance that had been suffering as I made any mistakes that cost us elimination. Sure, there had been a dog or two that got away, but they wouldn't have been caught in the first place, mistakes or not. She could see that my mental state was at risk. Upside down view of the city, I combined with the blood rush to my head, it made me feel like I almost lose it. But I promised her I would get my emotions in order and not pose a potential risk. With that, she let go of me and told me to take the day off. God damn. So I'm here, lying immobile and shaking uncomfortable. She needs me. She didn't eliminate me right there and then. She must see a future use for me. I can't see a way out of this. I'm future myself. The view from the sea upside down, my limbs tied up, and to the mercy of the trapper returns to me. Dog, dang it. Damn it, Sid. I yell and yell. I wonder if the trapper can hear me. I mutter more quietly this time. Who cares who thinks she hears me losing it? I'm just coping. View of the upside down city. Coping. Screw coping. I'll play the game like I always did. I'm not doing well right now. But there's one way to escape the arcade reality institution game. The only way to escape the game is to play the game. The game that everyone has to play. The arenas. And since I can't play the arenas to win the arena, Trapper Dog is scary. I'll play the arenas to escape arenas. Sometime later, I sound like I'm going insane. It was something I saw while off the ledge. Then I saw that terrified me. If I had been dropped by the trapper, surely my pain would have been crushed on impact. I wouldn't have died, but I was suffering immense pain in the moment before I wake up in the real world as a lemonade dog. So I'm back here on the edge. What I saw at that time was beautiful. It was beautiful and terrifying. I want to see it again. So I leap. Familiar sensation. Taipa 101. You recall what happened in R912. Familiar sensation of the consciousness fading, yet still being aware and sentient. Like emerging from sleep, walking into a world that was real, yet completely parallel to the real world. Emulated reality in which our arena is set in. Present day 222 R912, day 1. This would come to focus again. I can feel it. Exhilaration when the arena began. Alright. Let's save. Alright. Let's what? Sure. I'm halfway. I got 15 out of 30 achievements. Oh boy, I can feel it. Clear when the arena has begun. This one is sure set in a modern building. You recognize it as a building from real life. It's a bit different, of course, usually bustling with dogs, and the shopping center downstairs is now deserted. Criss-cross escalators connect the floor still operating. I remember this place almost too well. This arena was one of my lowest points of my life. That's why how fast a dog can fall. I thought I was invincible. So what happened back then in the year 211? I went upstairs and hunted the trapper. I went downstairs and went upstairs. The first encounter, though she had me at her mercy. Just recharge. If I enter her territory upstairs, she won't let me off hook that easily. I know the copy Arna existed, but I don't think she does. So the copied Arna would be my backup strategy. Sneak around, trying to reorient myself with the once familiar shopping floor. I found an ominous fire escape. Regardless of what she plans to do, I should go find her. I'll be more prepared. I just don't want to be passive, be caught off guard. I wonder if she'll even bother rigging up her floor this time around. And nonetheless, I learned from my experience. This time I wanted her make me her slave. Oh boy. I climbed so much longer than I remembered. These 3 times are making me remember how alone I felt back then, the years of petitioning the arenas. In the real world, I could chit-chat and eat all I want with Max and Quile. I can create and maintain friendships, enjoy the sunny days. In the honor back then, everything was so solitary. Yeah, I'm back to being all alone. Climb seems to stretch on fur with just me and my thoughts. I have to tough it out. Think of it as a mission to beat in order to proceed in the main story. Find Chu Wen, where she office floors. Seeing it being cornered by a trapper flashes through my mind again. But no other survivors to save me from the basement. Never mind, I'm thinking about gaming Canada, aren't I? Funny that didn't I give. Keishu still holds true, even as one dog acting and playing, she inspires that fear. Shula. Crouched down, edging into the office wall, maintaining cover by the desk. Nothing seems to have been touched in this room. In trap house, which I remember from last time. I wasn't half kidding when I thought she would be bothered bringing up this floor. She's been doing things completely different this time. I keep looking around. This room cleared, I peeked cautiously into the central corridor hub area. No sign of the trapper. Just in case, I searched the other offices one by one. Every corner around every desk I peek takes courage. Still nothing. Where could she be? She could have set a trap in the higher floors. Is something I was expecting me to go? I shudder. The observation deck, maybe. I bet she has some supplies before checking out. Don't want to be dangled over the ledge again. With that, I head back to the fire escape. I'll need string. I could get that from the shoelace. I remember there being an upscale shoe store for fancy occasions. Rope. I could rip clothes from the clothing store to make it. I could find belts as well. Back of the escalator area, I take the stock of the available stores. Oh man, alright, let's see. Let's see if you can win this time. Shura is a good clothing store. I think shoe store floor below. I need to hurry. The trapper has had a lot of time to make preparations too. I head into Zura to find some belts. With my paws and teeth, I rip up fabric into long strips and twisting and trying into makeshift rope. I learned a lot with Trapper, so I'll find her out when I beat her with her own tricks. Next step is the shoe store. With each step, I feel purposeful. This time to take down the Trapper. In the past, I avoided using escalators, fear of being seen, but in this decision, there aren't any other. But the Trapper and I need to worry about. I should be down this way. I follow some signs of finally see the opposite end of the floor. Once I've got supplies from the very store for a mission with the Trapper, and shoelace would be just what I need. Oh, look at this. This looks like freaking Payless. Man, everyone remember Payless? Man, Payless is gone, man. Used to get a bunch of cheap shoes there, you know. Especially like cheap like dress shoes and shit like that. And I enter the store, rows and rows of shoes displayed on the wall. Dogs only wear shoes on special occasions, so it would make sense to have a shoe store in a fancy shopping center like this. They are rare on the island. I'm upside down. I crick my neck to see it dangle around my suddenly tied limbs to ceiling. But now I remember how exactly I grazed the typewriter. I'm glad my hunch paid off. God, I remember that voice and trapper tone. Sorry for prey. Oh, hi. Shula. My heart is pounding. I'm starting to get dizzy. I struggle to pull with my leg, which will result in me swinging back and forth. The trapper calmly watches me, not saying a word. Alright, I give up. It's hopeless. Even after all these years, you still have the upper paw. I was not able to take extra faster. Just like me already. Trapper stands still as I was complimenting it. It's to me. She reads me like an open book. God, just do it. I've been puzzling. It's been puzzling about this entire time, since that time. How did you do it? It's like deja vu. But we will talk again. We will talk about how you killed that dog in real life. By killing him in the arena, I've been intrigued for a long time. First, she was curious about Fashu incident, but now, of course, she's also curious about how I eliminated her in Arena 12. If I were her, with such little skills, I would be curious too. I'd be curious about how Sid, a weak minion, turned the tables on her. I kept it secret for many years, of course. I didn't want it to be like that before public knowledge. If other dogs started trying what I did, it could bring down the entire structure of the arenas. At the time, I thought about revealing my cheat. The island could break free of the arena grip. My dream, Shiba Inus will no longer be separated as good and bad dogs. We would have to prove that we are better than other Shiba Inus ever again. Shiba Inu Island would be a place where Shibas could just grow as themselves. Though the thought of a future like this would be beautiful. It was like sunlight, but it was only a fleeting warmth I felt. I chose not to act on the thought I wanted to be guaranteed of my own freedom and power, and it freeing Thailand would be determined to be my goal in any way. It was a no-go. I haven't told a single soul what happened in Arena 12, and I'm not going to tell her the truth now. You underestimate me. That's what happens. That's the only reason I beat you. There's the possibility that I underestimate you. Trevor speaks slowly, as if dwelling on her words. And I've seen her being deliberate before. I think it just seems to work in her mind, with a claw click. I thought very carefully about your skills before asking you to come on board with me. I don't make mistakes. I always thought I had the upper paw, but never has a dog proved me so wrong. Have you ever had minions in Arna, Sid? Yes, I have. So I know what you're talking about. We're going to be doing. You both the risks and benefits of having this kind of power over other dogs. Also, when you spared me, I understand what my minions must have felt. This'll understand that you could eliminate me with whatever you wish, however you wished. For self-order, any dog would obey. You are correct that you had the upper paw over me on all fronts. Maybe you made a mistake, maybe you didn't. I got lucky, that's all. I'm trying to understand. So you've been on the other side of a manipulative strategic partnership? The phrase manipulative strategic partnership rolls off her tongue smoothly, in terms that she had clear intention for, a term that she frequently uses. Maybe you gained some perspective by being a minion, where I had never had that in a position before, which allowed you to blindside me. That's a stretch. I'm sorry, by the way, I don't have an answer you were looking for. Pepper shakes her head. That's unfortunate, but this is still what we wanted, right? You have me at your mercy. How I eliminated you in the past is important. You could eliminate me now and override it all. You seem very eager. I just wanted to get this over with. I've had half a mind just to leave you here and see if you can escape. Your call, not mine. Trevor shrugs. Without words, she turned and walked off. Now I have another fighting chance. I twist, swinging back and forth, try to lift my muzzle to the rope, but my strength fails me. Can't reach far enough to attempt biting through the rope. I let my head fall back, letting the ropes take all my weight. It's almost relaxing. The ropes taut, internally rocking me. It's so quiet. Why does she refuse to get this over with? I don't understand her fixation on those questions. I've told her I know nothing, though I guess eliminating me or winning the feather as important as her finding an answer. And that's why she talked to me. It was different. She was so honest, if honest is the right word for her. She seemed to genuinely treat me as an equal. It's quite flattering, I guess. It's a bitch. It's time to get a copied arena. At least I tried here. It's time to go to the copied arena. I tried here. No one should be monitoring the area for a while. If she witnessed me going into the copied arena, I wonder if she could follow me there. 15 minutes later, according to Sid's sense of time, probably inaccurate. But I guess it's not. Guess she's not coming back until I do something. Time to go. Close my eyes and relax. If she was watching, it must be so sleeping. Fellow, let me go to the copied arena. I open my eyes and I'm in the air, but the rope that surrounded and hung on me are gone. Nice. Take my pendant out in a hiding place and snap it open. Feather is still there, shimmering, as if smiling on its own way at me. It is really reliable as always. Thanks for letting me harness your power. Time to spy on the trapper. I hum a tune when I'm carrying, strolling around the monochrome building. I do a tour of my shopping center floors. Nothing here. Next to the leisurely around the trapper's office space floors, no sign of her. Despite she's not in this area, she would have noticed that I'm gone. Was she really not monitoring if I escape? I am certain that my physical body is gone from the arena whenever I enter this copied arena, at least from my previous experience where the copied arena was it was so. If I were her, I would be doing what would I be doing now? There's a lot of floors to check. Check outside observer. Check the tourist office. Outside. Check the outside officer. Climb the stairs and outside observer is a lack. Any safeguard a tourist one has one. For some reason it's not open to the public here. It's one of the mercy of the whirling elements in the course is possibility of plummeting to death. Once up the stairs, I feel wind whipping around me, gray clouds forming a pure white sun. I trot a foot further around the perimeter, and do that I spot the trapper. This place is exactly where she trapped me. There is no doubt. The chill runs down my body, and I think, and I know where to look. I see that she has some traps set up. On top of the overhead beam, she laid ropes that would drop and ensnare a dog passing below. Due to the open walkway, it isn't accurate. Due to the open walk isn't actually by trip wire, whatever wire that is, further out and manipulatively pulled to trigger the trap. On that day, it would have walked almost side by side. She would have had someone reach out and pull, and the next thing I knew, I would be hung over the edge. The trapper is still with a small smile. It seemed to convey many mixed emotions. Is she waiting for me with this? She would know I wouldn't fall for it again, though. Right now, it is a perfect chance for me to leave the copied arena and eliminate her. I could behind position myself carefully so that she cannot see where I emerge. I can't risk her noticing me before I can land a blow or whatever. The worst if she's pulling me back into copied arena if I fail. Can fellow let me? Trapper suddenly turns. Can she see me? Reaches out and pulls the wire. Before my thought can process what was happening, she whisked up by the rope I had dropped and snared her limbs. She dangles over the overhead beam, nothing between her and the ground. From dazzling height, despite this, she looks calm. What the physics is she doing? I edge cautiously towards the edge and peer over. Trapper just hangs there, and the rough winds knocking her into the side of the building. And maybe the reverse situation comes back to me in full force, drowning out my other thoughts. You're losing it. You have to get it together. Promise me. I promise. Please, I'll do anything. Just please. I was sobbing. I shake my head first so that it could chase the memories away. You are here, Sid. Not in the past. Come back. Breathe in. Breathe out. I refocus on the trapper. She closes her eyes as if sleeping. She's basically immobile. I could try to eliminate her, but it's not safe for me to exit the hopping arena from over the ledge. I have to figure out a way to get her back onto solid ground and onto the observation deck. Maybe I'll lure her up by telling her I was lying before her, and that I am really ready to tell her the answers she wants to seek. I take a few steps back and ask a sight when I emerge. Let me return to our arena. With that simple thought, the color returns to the world now that I'm in the real version of the arena where I can interact with the trapper again. I stand still for a few moments. The idea was to speak to the trapper to lure her up, but my mind is suddenly at blank. Maybe I'll go up to the edge for a dramatic effect. She'll be able to see me. I'll stand on tiptoe. I'll ask her, "What are you doing?" I'll start the conversation. I'll be suspicious. If I was just open to come here, I'll give you the answer now. She'll probably respond to me when I understand the first time. As a clarifying question, "What do you mean?" And I'll slightly redirect the conversation so that I'll come back up the ledge. "Sid, how long are you gonna hide there from me?" Eek. Did you read noise out loud? I guess I can't pretend not to be here. I guess she already knows whether someone's dead. Did she get hearing enhancement surgery, or maybe her hearing genes now evolved by technology? So instincts are just as good as our ancient ancestors. Anyway, I brush away the silly ideas and step up to the ledge. She's still standing there, no tricks it seems. Though I hope she doesn't make some trick to pull me over to the edge. According to my plan, I'll start the car instantly. "Hey Julia, what are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing?" I'm sure you haven't forgotten this scene. Of course I haven't. Except our roles were the other way around. To put things simply, I want to understand how my judgment went wrong and where it went wrong. And you think you could do that by role-playing my experience? That's what I was hoping for, yes. I don't mean to sound dismissive, but what is the point? You're ranking a finalized R9 trolls over, and this scenario would never happen again. Stop playing clueless. I know you understand what is what I want. Maybe it's closure. I understand you because I was so sure monitoring. I wasn't open to the fact that you could be a late bloomer and that you could actually be equals. You saved me a lot of trouble if you answered me straight. How did you escape my detection that whole time when it was just the two of us left in the arena? If you truly see me as your equal, you'll understand I prefer to keep some secrets for my own reasons. If I don't want you to use them against me to eliminate me this time around. What if I tell you the reason I re-challenged you was not for the feather? I can't put the mention of the feather. She knows from the way it flicks back and forth. She arches her eyebrow. It's true. Did you know that I work in arena? At the arena now? I would want the largest slice of reality on the island. Do you know why the feather exists as prize for the final winner of the arenas? As part of the arena and being exposed to its inner workings, I'll learn why. Trust me when I say I don't want the feather. It's almost a comical situation. The way she sits, calling this new valuable information while hanging from 100 stories building and being buffet by the wind gives me a certain insight into her character. How do I pull you back up here and so we can talk about this some more? I'll give you your answer and I'll let you eliminate me. You don't want to hear about the arena? It doesn't intrigue me. The reason the feather exists. I have a plan to evolve. It's not that I have a plan to be involved with the RII or the island any larger after I find my brother. But the feather is still a part of my identity. Trapper's information might give me more understanding what I could do with it. Sid, you can tell me about the RII. Ooh. Ooh, what a twist. I want to change the term of the deal, though. You can eliminate me, but I'm not going to let you do it without resistance. She probably thinks I don't have full confidence in my ability to eliminate her. I thought my plan was all along was to lure her back onto solid ground so I can use the copper iron to catch her off guard and eliminate her. Okay, my account of how I want to pass on for information about the purpose of meaning the feather. No one is trying to eliminate anyone until the conversation is finished, but after that, everything's fair game. Deal. Now get me out. help me get up. Now help me get up here. Get me up there. Don't have any way to get back down? What if I hadn't come up? You would have just waited until I did? Dropper shrugged, making an exasperated face. At her, I tug on the rope, and she braces her legs on the wall and pushes herself up, little by little. Thanks. No problem. She does seem to be treating me much more like an equal. I guess losing does wonders to her ego. You go first. Is there a part you want to hear? Is there any part you want to hear about first? Because it was what happened after the day I let you take off to mope. Right, that makes sense. You know, it was a difficult time. You gave me a harsh verbal beating, and I was mentally broken from Harina, to be honest. I have flourished a ball, dramatic effect. Grinning. Trapper doesn't smile. Geez, at least I tried. You had me dangling over the ledge, and I was terrified. Just now, when you hung yourself over the ledge, did anything come to mind? I like that explanation. Nothing? Anything like life is futile, fragile? Can't say I had those thoughts being over the ledge. No, it's common sense that in our we are virtually immortal. So my thoughts were nowhere near the issue of mortality. But in my case, it was caused by being the mercy of another dog. I believe that my survival was completely in your ponds. Have you ever experienced that before? I can't recall ever being utterly at the mercy of another dog. That, if it was the key, that means my emulation of your perception didn't yield the results I was hoping for. Well, it was the first time I experienced that, and it shattered me. When I got my mind back into functioning point, I felt like I had tried to melt together all the shards, but what could come out wasn't like the same as before. Not sure if that makes sense. Somewhat. You're saying your mind broke, and even after it was mostly healed, it was still kind of broken. Ooh, it was still kind of healed. Still kind of broken. At that time, my thoughts became so dark and twisted I wanted to give up. I didn't care anymore. And all the years I spent fighting in arenas, wanting to emerge with the highest rank I could possibly get. All of that, I was ready to throw it away. Lucky it was a fleeting thought caused by those mental moments of despair. But now I realized I should stop caring about the arenas. Oh, fucking hell. I was doing so well, now. Stupid fucking yawning. Good dude, man. Not in a way I definitely. Not in a way that my despaired mind thought, which was to give up. But I regained some of my sense. I thought if I could just break the arena. Trapper had listened to me quietly, but I hear her softly repeat those words. I paused in case she wanted to clarify anything, but she was silent again, so I continued. Namely, I was thinking exactly the rule of that rule. Suppose we are immortal in arenas. What if I eliminate myself? Well, as you were also curious about, I was blamed for killing a dog in real life, but all I did was eliminate him in the arena. Actually, that's a lie. I didn't aim for his pendant, did I? Trapper shrugged. But after joining the ARI, it turned out it was quite interesting. In case I had investigated, I was able to access all the internal documents. The only official explanation was that the decrease had latent health. The deceased had latent health problems, and the life support hardware had brief malfunction at exactly the wrong time. The case was closed, even though I never found any malfunction in the life support hardware. This stuff is designed to slow your metabolism to such that even if you had some severe physical injuries, you could still go through your oh my god, dang it. You still go through arena that lasts a month. Not surprised the case was affected by RAI. It would be a fundamental flaw in RNA if you could use it as means to kill dogs in real life. Is that what you're getting at? Had that being the intention to truly kill him? To be honest, I tell myself I don't know. But in a moment, I really did wish him dead. I replayed the moment over in my mind. I'm sure every dog has that thought like that, wishing harm to another, in fleeting moments of anger. But could that have caused his death? And that's what I thought. As I was wondering after I was hung over the edge. What if I could end up following the? What if I just end up following the rules of the arena? Inspired by death, the arena I was playing for, I wondered if I could actually eliminate myself, even if the rule says it's possible to, or even kill you myself. So I came back up here and jumped off. And I broke. What is that supposed to mean? Clearly, you didn't die in the real world, so did you eliminate yourself? But then, how could you eliminate me? Turns out that both my guesses of what outcome would be ultimately were wrong. In my understanding is correct. Our program so that we can elevate ourselves by destroying our own pendants. So that's right. We can really test that out, and never fail. If your penalty shared by probably would have disappeared from. Well. Oh, I'll take it. Nice touch pen. Definitely listed as the dog that eliminated you. True, upon impact, ground such a height, my pen was completely crushed, but it didn't disappear. Guess I didn't need to suffer such a painful experience. So that's why I used to win. In other words, I was able to break into, though I'm not sure how I triggered it. So what I used to win is that in another version of the arena, I was able to break into, though I'm not sure how I triggered it. Another version of arena. In my head, I call it the copied arena, but I had this weird feeling that I shouldn't tell her that exact phrase. Names have power, especially since I use that term with the feather. I'll try to describe it while giving a few clues on how to replay it as possible. It feels like another dimension visitors aren't supposed to be able to enter. Like another layer. When I'm in there, you can't see me, but I can see you. Another layer of arena. Like I said, is perhaps a testing layer that the arena used to program the rules of arena, and somehow I managed to break into it. Does that such a thing exist? To my knowledge, no. This is impossible. The trapper falls silent, as if turning over a possibility in her head. And I wait for it to speak. The wind picks up. That means you could come and go into that world as you please somehow, because you must have come back to the layer of arena and I was in, and when you eliminated me, sharp as ever, I was getting into that. But on a related note, it's kind of funny sitting here talking to you about all this. I agree. Actually, not what I was expecting to learn after all. Anyways, I might be able to come back and forth with Slayer, which made it ideal for me to observe you and position myself with staying completely visible to you. And you said you had no idea how exactly to trick this. Well, my original hypothesis that it was jumping and crushing on my own pendant was callous to send me to the other layer, but after winning the feather, I changed my mind. Obviously, our RNA probably cut it before I won the feather. But with the feather, I learned that its power could be used to peel back layers of reality into other worlds. So if there was some remnant of the feather's power that could be accessing the arena without fully attaining it via top ranking, that's my best guess I have. That does seem possible. It ties with the arena purpose of awakening, warning the feather as well. Say she trails off, but I guess the feeling she's trying to gather her thoughts to say something important. Okay, since it's a part of the conditions you set, I'll let you pursue. I'll tell you the purpose of the feather. I think you'll understand then. Sure, I give you Some background around the Allocated Reality Institute. I imagine you already know some of the Institute, but it's intended to work. Intended work will be new to you. It's the highest authority on the island. We visit our arenas, which purpose determines Shiba Inu's ranking on the island. It is mandatory for all dogs to participate. The purpose of the rankings is in turn to separate a good dog from the bad. Good dogs have a better allocated reality. Bad dogs would be allocated the opposite. Although it's ironic that we say we allocate the reality because each dog is actually one responsible for the allocation of their own share of reality. Our NSW facilitates that. But as you can imagine, this might be that dogs do not like this method of allocation. And so, feather of reality. That's really was an artifact of Shiba Inus. In fact, the feather was an artifact of Shiba Inus. Feather holds power to alter reality directly. In the days of danger, Shiba Inus, a group of elite Shibas, used the feather to create a virtual world in which dogs could create. These competitors were used to determine which Shiba Inus were of civil capability to become the new members of the elite group. As centuries passed, the group became more structured and would eventually become the Allocated Reality Institute as we know now. As technology advances, the RNA developed software to take the place of the feathered virtual worlds. That's how RNA came to be. But since the software is to facilitate RNAs was based on the past virtual realities created by the feather, it could be that there are some feather-like features that have been removed, but were not. We analyze the data collected by every single arena. They have only two known anomalies for the last 50 years: the R9 incident where your dog died, and accidents where you died, both of which you were involved in. Which brings us to the purpose of the feather. Collected stress testing all aspects of our software 2 centuries ago when the innovation software was just beginning to develop. 200 years ago, the leader of RNA also won the playtest rounds no matter what. In official records, RNA just concluded that this meant the leader fully and truly deserves the title power to lead the RE, but the other members actually suspected something more. They suspected that the leader was able to cheat the software but didn't report it. No harm was ever caused by testing without the leader work fully as designed. However, just in case the RE wanted something to guarantee fairness of the arena software. And when I existed in a loophole which, while you distribute arena, it would become a problem for future generations. So after they developed a stable version of arena software, they used to feather reality itself as a safeguard against the possibility that any dog could break the arena. Of course, I was close to all this, just like you when I was participating in arenas. So you're saying I could be that dog, like that past arena leader? Perhaps you evolved and introducing arena, gave the arena enough reason to keep an eye on you. God, now I admit that you have access to part of the arena is supposed to be accessed. Aren't you going to rat me out to arena as a cheater? Well, no, that's not the point. Imagine the buzz on the island when our newly anointed bearer of the feather just up and left the island. That was right after I joined arena, and since then I complete all my arenas. Finally, my ranking at 98. However, compared to the general populace of the island, the dogs within the arena seemed unsurprised, almost like you departed was to be expected. So they prefer a dog like me to be gone and not cause trouble for RE. Oh man, that's right. The plot thickens, my friend. It's getting nice and thick. That's right. And the social order made by the ranking would have never been broken. If they had a mechanism to get rid of dogs that could cause these problems, there would have been no problem. Chopper nods. And you describing your thought process behind jumping from the trap really actually made me realize something. It made me realize how clever Arda was in designing this. I would be one of those dogs of high caliber Arda I was looking for as members. However, I would never think about breaking the rules of Arda, not for 1 second. I perfectly fit the mold. A mold of a dog that would carry out orders of the Arda without question. Yet Incredible, powerful, good dog. You are now a pawn and hesitate to try breaking the arena. You just wanted to continue. You didn't care much about the authority of ARI, the structure of the arenas. The topic that could cause trouble for Bedouin if you had joined it. It's genius. Wow, that's a lot of self-awareness. Well, I'm the top ranked dog after all. I'm smart enough to realize these things, but I am a good dog. I'll never tell me these thoughts apart from you. I never act against it. I'm gonna speak out against it. I'm comfortable as a member of the RE. In a way, I'm a bit envious of you. I know, but I'm not like you. I will not be able to handle the power of the feather. So that you know the Arena's purpose of the feather, do you have any new ideas how to access the other layers of Arena? So I'm not sure how to exactly how I found it, but it seems like the Arena was prepared, possibly, but why me? What about this? You want to enter the other layers of Arena in front of me? You thinking about replicating it? Yes. Well, not for myself, but I always want to see this and act report to further prevent this. I wasn't prepared to demonstrate it to her. What if she's able to gain access to the copy Arena by watching me do it? But she seems genuine, especially after all she told me. God, if we had to replicate who's safe to the outcome, Arena will be. Could I have a couple of moments with her? I didn't realize it was something you needed to prepare for. Go ahead. I'll hold our turn and I attack you in the meantime. If at this point she takes some steps backwards, clear against the ledge wall. Dog dang. Sid, what to do now? Think back. This wasn't part of the bargain. I promised my account of how I got past the arena. So I took out the promise to demonstrate. I could just enter Arena copy and pretend to show her. Now I just eliminate her. She gives me any grief after the Arena ends. I'll just say that I upheld my end of the bargain. That's my decision. Think about it. Alright. I'm pretending to be so a bit busy preparing. But I know if I try to make eye contact, I blink, and whenever my eyes reopen, I try to fixate on the ground in front of me. Alright, she's looking away. Further, going to copy I'm supposed to look at the trap, I snapped back where I was. Huh? I stalked towards her, curving slightly to her right. I realized it would be this sudden. But before you eliminate me, which I assume is the plan, let me tell you one thing. Huh? Okay. Accurate, I suppose. Stay silent, waiting for her to speak. But I was aiming for her. Further down, all means she deserves to win. I want you to know one last truth that I learned from working in the arena. Our goal is to separate good dogs from bad dogs. Said you, the highest ranking, you are without doubt the best dog that Shulin has to offer. For each higher ranking dog, there are multitudes of lower ranked dogs taking a period of instructor of the brackets. Have you ever wondered why beef dishes, but you never see animals we call cows on the island? I'm not talking about synthetic produce flavors. Is she trolling me? Look, think about it. The island is small. There's a large population of dogs, large for the size of this island. You see what I'm saying? I just heard the dogs living on this island are indeed where they're taking place. The island is necessary. There's the head, more intensely, eliminating me right here. I don't want the feather, but please take and please allow the island to continue doing its work. Wait, what? I don't want the feather, but please take it. And as a condition, allow the island to continue doing its work. This is unbelievable. I didn't want to know about this. Why are you telling me this? I'm supposed to be saying this as so you killed so many dogs by pursuing. I believe every dog has it means saying it's necessary. So I keep the feather as suggested. I don't care about our missions. It has nothing to do with me. And so I moved behind her and leaped out of the cockpit arena, barreling into her from behind, wrapping my legs swimming around hers, and filling up her torso. I found it. For a good measure, I blinked back into the cockpit arena. I feel like I'm teleporting around her before I can only her once and for all. Position myself for a better angle, I leap back into the real arena, aiming straight for a pendant. Congratulations, girl. Shulan Gamsung. You survived Arena 12. Alright. Recall what happened. That's something I feel like it's really all passed out. Slowly feeling return slowly to my legs. I move my power stretch my legs up, pushing through myself upright. Using my balance, I collapse on myself. With that second attempt, I lean against the wall and more dignified position. This is how I return. I always the ones that wake up faster. How is it that I was always the ones that wake up faster? My friends, the library. After all, I should say, shoot loud, no longer terrifying trap to me. Look past way at me. Where is this? You mean my office? I'm sure for me to punch, but I had to punch you because it's more convenient. She basically kidded at me. A long time ago. Oh boy. I think I'm I think I might be stopping right there. I think it's pretty decent. We learned a lot of stuff. Like it looks like, man, this game. I've been playing this game for like 2-3 days in a row, and so far, it has given me a bunch of shit, a bunch of good shit. I mean, so go. Wow, I mean, this game's a lot longer than I thought it would be. I thought this game would be like, an hour or two, but nah, man. I played this game for about 2.5 hours, 2-3 days in a row, and so far, still haven't finished the game yet. Pretty fucking crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Alright, thank you guys so much. Thank you for being so kind enough to support me, watch me. Hopefully soon with all this support, I can increase my overall stats and get Twitch affiliate status. So, I can obviously get, donations, better Twitch bits, subs, all those things. And really make everything that I want to do a lot better. So, thank you guys so much and goodbye. guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I guess I need to work on those bots sometime very soon. Alright, goodbye. Thank you so much.